the heart of a bustling city, amid the clatter and commotion of a busy restaurant, a tale unfolded today. It was one of those ordinary afternoons, the kind where you're savoring the last bites of your dinner, or perhaps it was more of a lunch. Time tends to blur when your only two meals are at the crack of dawn and well past sundown. However, this tranquility was soon interrupted by the arrival of a colleague. Something was amiss. She had the look of someone who had been at the receiving end of a harsh lashing, a storm of words that had left her spirit bruised. As she began to eat, a phone call came. The conversation was anything but mundane. It was a symphony of emotions, a language of love, a language foreign to the rest of us. The conversation went on for what felt like an eternity. 20 long minutes of a linguistic dance I couldn't decipher, yet two words stood out: problemina and stress. The floodgates opened, tears streamed down her face, a spectacle of vulnerability in front of three onlookers. I couldn't tell if they perceived her as weak, but I knew better. I saw a woman, strong, resilient, someone who had weathered many storms and was now caught in the downpour of another. She was the kind of person who moved with a purpose, as if there won't be a tomorrow to finish what she started today. Seeing her, usually so composed, crumble under the weight of her emotions was a sight that tugged at my heart. I felt the urge to reach out. "Are you okay?" I asked, expecting a dismissive response. But she surprised me. "Nothing is okay," she said, a stark admission that echoed in the silence. I stepped into her shoes, feeling a fraction of her pain, and offered a comforting hug. She thanked me but declined to share her trouble. Time was running out, my break was over, and work was calling. I offered my support if she ever needed to talk, and then left her there, alone in the vast room. The guilt of leaving her behind gnawed at me. Perhaps if I had stayed, she might have opened up, lightened her burden. As I returned to my work, I saw her too, back on her feet. Her eyes were red, the evidence of her emotional turmoil, but she was working, smiling even, as if the world hadn't just come crashing down on her. It was awe-inspiring the way she collected herself and dived back into her work, as if nothing had happened. A newfound admiration for her took root in my heart. I wish I could tell her how much her strength inspired me. But the lesson I learned from her today was far more profound. It was a reminder that it's okay to let your guard down, to let your emotions flow. She was stronger than she knew, stronger than I ever was, and that's why I felt compelled to share her story today. Life can be hard. It can knock us down when we least expect it. But it's in those moments when we're at our lowest that we discover our true strength. We realize that it's okay to feel, to cry, to break down, because it's in picking up the